Alright, so throughout the years we have had some crazy collaborations. Collaborations such as Great Britain and America in World War II. We have had the Avengers teaming up. And probably my favourite collaboration of all time is me and your mother. But in this video, we are going to be counting down the top 10 streetwear collaborations of all time. Alright, so coming in at the number 10 spot, we have the Nike and Stussy collaboration. I might have recency bias, but the Nike and Stussy collaborations are hard. Nike and Stussy have been collaborating for a long time now. I believe their first collaboration ever was in 2001 on a pair of Huaraches, and these Huaraches are ugly as anything. But their most popular collaboration was probably back in 2005 on the SB Dunks. But I'd say 2020 is when people started to gravitate towards the Nike and Stussy collaborations, with the release of the Nike and Stussy Zooms, and this shoe is really nice. With the positive reception that the Nike Stussy Zooms got, Stussy and Nike have been collaborating almost every year since. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the Gucci and Northface collaboration, and in my opinion this is hands down one of the best designer collaborations I've ever seen. It was very unexpected because Gucci don't really do collaborations like that. And out of all of the clothing brands that Gucci could have collaborated with, the last clothing brand I would have thought of is Northface. But this collaboration went down really well. It sort of had like Northface items with a Gucci touch to it. It had a very outdoorsy feel to it, and that's what Northface is all about. My favourite items are probably the fleece. I really like that fleece. They even made a tent as well. That is actually wild to me. Also, the boots were also hard. And also the coat. Yeah, the coat is such a certified grail, I can't lie. Moving on to the number 8 spot, we have the Bape and Adidas collaborations. And these two brands collaborating is almost like a staple now because they collaborate so often. Their first collaboration, I believe, was in 2003 on a pair of Superstars. I am going to keep it real though. The Bape and Adidas collaborations are very hit or miss. Like, you got some are just not it, but then you got some are just goated level. For example, back in 2015 when Adidas was at its high point, they released like an NMD collection. That coat is really sick as well. It's a bit too loud for me, but I can appreciate it. And also when they released the tracksuits in 2019, oh my days, yeah, flawless tracksuit, absolutely flawless. Just having a standard Adidas tracksuit with the Bape camo all over it, it is loud, I know, but it just looks sick. But I am interested to see what Adidas and Bape come up with in the coming years. But yeah, that was the number 8 spot. Moving on to the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have the Bape and Pepsi collaboration. And you lot might not think too much about this collaboration, but this collaboration was very important for streetwear. If I'm not wrong, Bape was one of the first clothing brands to branch out and collaborate with a company that's nothing to do with fashion. I don't think a lot of people know how impactful this collaboration was. This collaboration paved the way for other clothing brands to work with companies that are not in the fashion industry. And this collaboration was absolute marketing genius. It put Bape in front of a brand new audience. I really do think that this collaboration was a big moment in streetwear culture, but it happened so long ago and I don't think it was documented properly. Moving on to the number 6 spot, we have the Trapstar and Central C collaboration. Before you roast me for putting this collaboration at the number 6 spot, answer this question. What clothing brand has influenced a rapper's career so much that it's changed the trajectory of their whole entire career and had a helping hand in making them the biggest artist in their country? Oh, what? You can't think of one? Nah, you can't, nah? Exactly, yeah? Shut your mouth. Real talk though, I am a firm believer that Trapstar did have a big impact on Central C's career. I'm not saying that Trapstar made Central C, but I don't think Central C would be doing as half of the stuff that he is doing now without Trapstar. Because around this time, Trapstar was doing its thing, you know, it was blowing up. It was basically the king of UK streetwear. And then when the Central C collaboration dropped, you know, Central C sort of blew up. He was blowing up anyway, but this just gave him a massive push. Trapstar basically gave Central C a bigger fan base, and that sort of snowballed into his later career. And also, in terms of how connected Central C is within the fashion space, I believe Trapstar is a lot to do with that. You know, Central C is working with the likes of Clint from Cortez, and also he's got his own clothing brand, and I feel like Trapstar did open a lot of doors when it comes to the fashion space. And also this formula of marketing benefited Trapstar as well. So much so they've started doing collaborations with other musicians such as Dave and J Hus. This collaboration showed how clothing brands could tap into different industries to promote itself. You have to take your hat off to it, you know, no other clothing brand has done that, you know, no other clothing brand has made an artist that big and, you know, done it that well, so yeah. But anyway, cool. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the Supreme and Northface collaborations. Supreme and Northface, two iconic brands, coming together to release some iconic collaborations, to release some iconic pieces. I think the earliest collaboration between Supreme and Northface was in 2008. It was 2 jackets with basically the New York City skyline on it, and these are absolutely beautiful. I would say my favorite items from Supreme and Northface are probably the bandana jacket, the world map, that is one of my favorite, the world map jacket, the pocket jacket as well, and the by any means necessary jacket. Okay, cool. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the Adidas and Kanye West collaboration. So after Kanye West left Nike due to creative differences, he actually moved to Adidas to release his own clothing brand under Adidas called Yeezy. And I'm telling you now, yeah, this absolutely popped off. Yeah, every release would sell out instantly, with some of the most popular shoes of the 2010s era, such as the Yeezy 350s, the Yeezy 750s, and many more. The only thing I will say about this collaboration is I wish the clothes was a little bit better. I'm not saying that the clothes were bad, but they were just a bit basic. I wish he experimented a little bit more and took more risks when it comes to the clothes. But regardless about all that, yeah, this collaboration took the fashion industry by storm, and especially the shoes. And believe it or not, Yeezys at one point was selling out and doing better than Jordans. But yeah, a very big collaboration. I don't think enough time has passed yet for people to truly appreciate how good this collaboration was. Okay, moving on to the number 3 spot, we have the Supreme and Louis Vuitton collaboration. Okay, so when I talk about iconic collaborations, yeah, this collaboration is what I'm talking about. You got Supreme, at the time was the king of streetwear. You got Louis Vuitton, the king of designer clothes ever, period. Both brands coming together to release probably one of the most groundbreaking collaborations to ever exist. Because before this, who was Louis Vuitton collaborated with? No one, no other clothing brand whatsoever. And for Supreme to actually get that collaboration, mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And this definitely opened the doors for other designer brands to go and collaborate with other clothing brands. Not only was this a true moment in the fashion and streetwear industry, yeah, but the pieces that they released for this collaboration was on a next level. You got the box logo, yeah, banger. Yeah, you got the skateboard, banger. You got bags, banger. The Louis Vuitton Supreme trunk, banger. You got accessories, banger. Yeah, you got the coat, not as good as the Gucci and North Face coat, but still banger. You really don't know how close I was to putting this at the number 1 spot, but I just couldn't, because the number 2 and the number 1 spot are just on a next level. So yeah, moving on. Sorry to interrupt the video, guys, but if you do like clothes, check out my online store, section 17. They've got some really nice pieces. The link is in my description, and without further ado, let's get back into the video. Alright, so coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the OffWhite Night collaborations. Talk about a goated collaboration, yeah. The OffWhite and Night collaboration, fire. It started off with the 10 collaboration. Basically, it was 10 Nike shoes with obviously off-white touches to them. And that collaboration right there, yeah, did so much for both brands. It's not even funny. For starters, yeah, it put Off-White on the bloody map, yeah. That is not even an exaggeration. Don't get it twisted. Off-White was doing its thing, yeah, but the Nike collaboration brought it to a different level. Also, it put Virgil Abloh on the bloody map, yeah. I'm a firm believer that this collaboration opened a lot of doors for Virgil. But in terms of Nike, yeah, this collaboration did wonders for Nike as well. I'd say this collaboration single-handedly is what made people start buying Jordan 1s again. Because before then, Adidas was killing it with the Yeezys and all that, and no one was really, you know, messing with other shoes like that. But yeah, this collaboration dropped, and it wasn't even just the Jordan 1s, yeah. It was like the Air Forces, you had the Prestos. Basically, every shoe in this collaboration become extremely popular because of this collaboration. And this collaboration done so well that Nike and Off-White have built such a good relationship to where they release shoes basically every single year now. But yeah, just a quick fire honorable mentions. I'm not going to be talking about any of the honorable mentions. I'm just going to say them because I wanted to include them in this video. Honorable mention number 1, Adidas and Palace. Very, very goated collab. Honorable mention number 2 is Palace and Ralph Lauren. Serious collaboration. Honorable mention number 3, Supreme and Stone Island. Certified collaboration. Honorable mention number 4, Adidas and Run DMC. A very important collaboration. Honorable mention number 5, Travis Scott and Nike collaboration. A very breath of fresh air collaboration. Honorable mention number 6, and to be fair, I should have put this at least at the number 5 spot because it is actually a serious collaboration, and I don't know why I didn't, but yeah. Honorable mention number 6 is Me and Your Mother. It had to be done, it had to be done. You saw it coming, but yeah, moving on to the number 1 spot. Alright, cool. So coming in at the number 1 spot, we have is Nike and Michael Jordan. And in my opinion, there isn't really a collaboration that can really top this. The amount of history that this collaboration has and the amount of influence it has as well is, yeah, like no other collaboration could really compare. And yeah, like there's just so many different factors that go into this collaboration. You know, they've released so many iconic shoes. The shoes are just timeless as well. And also they've become like a collector's item as well. You know, you've got people dedicating whole wardrobes to just Jordans. You've got Jordan collaborations as well, which is actually absolutely crazy to me. Like Nike and Jordan are collaborating together. Then you got Nike, Jordan and Travis Scott collaborating together. Like, yeah, crazy. But yeah, the amount of success that Nike and Jordan have had is truly remarkable, and I don't think it can ever be topped. This video was a part of the playlist, and if you did like the video you just watched, I know for a fact you're going to like the rest of the videos on the playlist.